I get this question a lot. What's the best style, like in martial arts? What's the best style to learn so I can defend myself into the streets? So the thing is, any style you learn, you can use it in the streets and it's gonna be effective if you fight with someone that doesn't know martial arts. The problem is, let's say you are learning Kung Fu and you are really good in Kung Fu. Kung Fu is really good as a style. And I like Kung Fu, but the reality is, can you use Kung Fu in the street? You cannot. You can use some stuff if the other person doesn't know martial arts, but if they do know martial arts, let's say you are facing a boxer or a kickboxer or Muay Thai person or a Taekwondo, then you have no chance against them. And now if the other person doesn't know any martial arts, yes, Kung Fu can be effective. It's not just the Kung Fu, it's just that it's Wing Chun as well. Some styles, they're not realistic. They don't walk in the street with someone that does know martial arts. So now, if the other guy doesn't know martial arts, then yes, you can use some stuff against them. I'm sure you show some videos, like Kung Fu, people trying to MMA, trying to fight someone that plays MMA and they get demolished in seconds. So yeah, it's just not realistic. That doesn't mean Kung Fu or Wing Chun or Karate is not good. There are awesome styles. They have their, their benefits, like all the styles. It depends what you want. There is no better style than the other one. Like, see, it depends what you want. Now, if we are talking how to defend yourself in the streets, yes, yeah. And then, yes, traditional martial arts are not good for you. You need something else. You need to try MMA, like kickboxing, Muay Thai, boxing, Taekwondo. Depends. But yeah, now if you are comparing styles, let's say a boxer fighting with someone that does Taekwondo, then who has the advantage? Who wins? Who really knows? Depends on the individual. But as styles, the one has great punching power and the techniques. Boxers are really good with the hands, with the punches. So can they do anything else? They can. They have very wide stance. They have something that are not realistic in the streets, that they duck so low and stuff. And if a boxer fights with Taekwondo, then they have to use what's best for them. So Taekwondo, they need to keep the opponent in distance so they can use their legs, right? A boxer has to come close. They can use their punches. So a jiu-jitsu guy has to grab someone, a judo guy as well, and bring them down and then do all the locks, and the wrist lock, the arm bar or whatever, the chokes, they know. But if someone keeps them standing, then the judo and the jiu-jitsu guy, they have no chance. So yeah, you can't really compare styles and there are no better style than other one, except if we are talking about the streets. Any style is something, it has something to offer you. Like traditional martial arts, I like them because they have more discipline. They have more, I like the rules of old martial arts more. That's what I like on traditional martial arts. I like the spirit behind the movement, like the mentality behind the movement. But the new, wave of martial arts that came the last few years, like MMA, let's say, then those styles are just really, really good to defend yourself outside of the street, in the street. So now let's forget about styles, like say, because for me, styles is just, Muay Thai is a style of Thailand, Kung Fu is a style of China, and Karate is Japanese style. So all this stuff is just, like a religion, like it's tradition for every country to have their own style, fighting style, right? So in the end, Martial arts, just, you can separate them in three, you know, basic, I will say it this way. The basis of martial arts is just three things, and then you build from there. So all martial arts, any style you know, it's one of the three, or all three, depends. So the three bases, the three basic movements, I should say, of martial arts is how to bring someone down, right? How to choke, break an arm, whatever, lock, grab someone, and how to strike. Is these three things. How to bring someone down. You can use wrestling or judo. How to, break a wrist or an arm. You can use jiu-jitsu or street fight, Krav Maga, whatever. And how to strike someone, kickboxing, Muay Thai, boxing. So all martial arts are one of these three things. Some of them, they are two, they have in them like striking and grappling. Some of them, like MMA, mixed martial arts, it's all three. When I say MMA though, I don't mean the cage and whatever, the small gloves. MMA just means mixed martial arts. That's the sport part of it. Mixed martial arts, it means, for me, these three things. You have to know these three things to be a complete fighter. You might not be an expert on grappling, on wrestling, but you have to know some stuff. So if your opponent is a wrestler, then you know what to expect from him. So yeah, in martial arts, it's just these three things. All the style that you know, it's just some of these three things. So now a bit of like a brief of history. When nobody knew about Kung Fu until Bruce Lee came, right? And then from movies, no one know kickboxing when Jean-Claude Van Damme was. He did the Kickboxer, I think it was called, movie. And once, that movie came out, everyone became crazy about kickboxing. Once, when Ip Man came, everyone got crazy about Wing Chun. When Warrior came, everyone got crazy about MMA. So all this stuff is just marketing. It's just how, depends of the period of time, like when it was the most popular style to do. But again, every country that have their own style. We should, like a religion, we should just forget all the styles and just focus on these three things, which as I mentioned before. So if you know these three things I just said, how to strike, how to choke, and how to bring someone down, then you are a more complete fighter, and you can you can defend yourself outside of the street, and you can, like I said before, if you have the traditional mentality of martial arts, like they had in karate and kung fu. And when I say that, I mean, when you go into a practice, or when you see your sensei, when you're gonna spar with the other person, you don't go like in MMA, what they in MMA do, or in boxing, that they are in their face, each other face, and they scream and whatever. You go and bow to them. You show respect. That's what I like about traditional martial arts. So with the mentality and the honor and the honesty of those martial arts has, with those things I said, if you learn them efficiently, like how to strike, how to bring someone down, and how to choke or break a part of your opponent and join a wrist or a shoulder. If you combine those two things, then for me, you are a true martial artist. So, but again, it all depends. If you just like the sport of boxing, then it's just completely different. You can't train in a kung fu class and then go and do, orange jiu-jitsu, and then you go, but your goal is to fight in a boxing match. So that's it. That's my opinion. There is no, there is no one style that is above everything else. And mixed martial arts is not a style. So you just learn all the three things I said, and from that, then you can say and you can create your own type of style that suits your character and your mentality, because mentality plays a huge role. So that's it. I hope I answered a lot of the questions, because people ask me that all the time. So now hopefully most people, they're gonna see this video and will not ask me again. So thank you for watching and have a nice day.